Hello, my name is Evan, and I was the project manager of Team Safehold.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I was the UX director for our project.
Hi, I'm Cam, and I was one of the front-end developers for our project.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and I was a user interface designer.
Hi, I'm Brad, and I was a front-end developer.
The SEED is a collective initiative focused on strengthening the emergency food system in Wellington County. In Guelph, 16.4% of households are described as food insecure. Food insecurity is when people do not have the ability to acquire or consume an adequate diet based on quality or sufficient quantity of food. SEED came to us with a task. SEED's project is the Garden Fresh Box, a monthly collection of fruits and vegetables designed to provide nutrition at a low price to be accessed by those who are food insecure. Prior to our involvement, they were wasting a ton of time manually looking over vegetable prices in order to decide which vegetables to purchase. Our job was to automate this process by creating a system which is to be accessed through a web interface. Our system automatically pulls data from different sources in order to compare prices of different products and ultimately make a process of creating Garden Fresh Box easier. As Team Segfault, we focused on integrating a user interface for the system. Our interface worked alongside a scraper whose primary function was to collect product data, as well as an API which stored the product data in order to be distributed to the user.
Before we began production, we collected and documented the requirements. As a team, we pedantically analyzed the things that our system must do. We then organized the requirements into categories: musts, shoulds, coulds, and won'ts.
The musts are needed to develop a functioning system that meets the basic needs of the client. The shoulds are needed to develop a functioning system that meets the basic and more advanced needs of the client. For could, extras that will make the system even better. And finally won't, things that the system will not do.
The next step in our development process was designing the user interface. Our initial design was to have a menu bar on the side where the user could easily access their options from. To get quick feedback from the user, we conducted a paper prototyping session. This is where we create a hand-drawn layout of our interface and have the user navigate through its features by manually changing the layout based on how they interact with it. They could simulate clicking on something by tapping on the paper with their finger while at the same time describing their thought process. Based on the feedback we received from this session, we would develop a wireframe prototype.
The wireframe is a higher fidelity prototype that represents our final project in a more accurate manner. For instance, typesetting was now important. Because we were the front-end team, it was very important that we made sure our wireframe was done properly and we received constructive feedback.
After modifying our design from the requests of the users from both of the prototyping sessions, we went on to create one final functioning prototype. Our entire web interface was written in JavaScript using a framework called WebEx to handle the design and layout of the actual interface, while behind the scenes we used a library called Backbone, which managed both our views and our models, and then created an interface between them that we could use to update the views once the models were updated themselves.
As the front-end team, we carefully designed our system to comply with the AODA, or Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act. We increased our font sizes, included icons for selection options, and allowed for the use of tabs for easy navigation through the interface. The hope of all of our team is that this system helps the SEED. Now that they are able to compare prices for its Garden Fresh boxes automatically, it can continue to reduce food insecurity in Guelph more efficiently.